Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, and France have just won the World Cup, and unfortunately I don't actually have any French beer in the house, and it seems I've lost the beer that I wanted to actually drink. Oh no, there it is. Always prepared. So yeah, it's not a French beer, but it's a Belgian beer. That's the best I could come up with, because they speak French. Apologies. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. But yes, I was at another beer temple the other day. Well, yesterday, the day before recording this video, and I need to drink a few more Belgian style beers and more like Flemish beers and more Trappist beers and doubles, tripels, because admittedly they're flavours that I sometimes don't get on with in beers, but at the same time, yeah, I've taught myself to taste over doing this, and I've come to appreciate a lot of styles that I initially just disregarded as not for me. And so I want to really, get out there more when it comes to beer. And of course, the UK's first Trappist brewery is up and running now. So I saw that, and then I was like, it's only right that I get a couple of other beers similar to that. And another one that I picked up was the Petrus Nitro Quad, which of course, it's not a classic beer by any stretch because it is brewed for the American market. But yeah, I thought, why don't you just pick up a few every now and then and just review them and enjoy them. I've got a chocolate quad in the cupboard, so I've got a few, so expect a few reviews. Not that it really matters, because people like different things, and I just want to give them a try. So I thought I would get a bottle of the Chimay Blonde, or Dorée, or Gold, or Blonde, obviously dependent on which country you are from and which language you speak. And yeah, this is 4.8% ABV, and this is the beer that they initially brewed for themselves and for guests and that sort of thing, and for fellow monks and visitors, essentially. But now I'm not sure when they started doing this. It could have been a few years now. I've done very little research on this, but to be honest, I just had a look on the Chimay website, and it didn't really give you any dates or anything like that. But it's essentially the beer that they would drink in the monasteries, and a little bit lower ABV, 4.8%, because they can't all drink like the quads and Chimay Blue and Red all day. I mean, fair play if you want to, but yeah, so it's nice that they're actually releasing this for the general public, and yeah, you can find out a lot of really interesting stuff with Trappist breweries. I mean, I was talking to John from Northern Beer Temple, and I really discovered now that they make soap, and of course they do cheese as well, and they do a lot of charity work. So they can't actually make a profit on it because they're monks. So yeah, it's very conscientious brewing, and I think that sort of stuff helps me to really invest myself more and to go down the avenue of trying all beers. But anyway, I've wasted nearly 4 minutes talking about that. But yeah, beautifully presented, lovely golden label, and there's an absolutely gorgeous golden crown. So I thought, after the football and knocking my camera, I would have a nice beer. It's gone a little bit overcast. It's still muggy as hell though, but yeah, I'd say it's a nice temperature, and this isn't really chilled, just slightly. But here we go, and using my Bières de Chimay glass. Probably completely butchered that as well. I do apologise, but yeah, try to be a little bit more reserved and respectful in this beer review, obviously, because of the fact that it's brewed by Trappist monks. I don't know if anyone would watch this video or anything like that, but still, I don't want to be like, F this, F that, let's F in this and F in that, and making stupid jokes. But yeah, look at that, a lovely sort of pale golden colour. It's got a nice amount of haze in there, little bits and bobs floating around. It's got that sort of, oh, what does that remind me of now? It's some sort of fruit juice. like pear juice or something like that, or like a cloudy apple juice almost, with one finger's worth of a white head. Well, I'd say ever so slightly off white actually. So let's see what we get on the nose. It's got like a creamy sort of aroma to it. Lovely spicy tone. You definitely get that Belgian yeast in there. Not really getting too many hops on those. Not that I'm expecting it to be hoppy, but a little bit of grassiness, like wet straw, that sort of thing, and like fermented fruits. Almost like a slight grape-like character as well. But it's a very subtle, mature smelling beer. It smells really nice, so let's give it a taste. Cheers. And it's hoppy in a traditional sense. Very earthy. It's a very savoury tasting beer. Lovely bit of white pepper there. You get that yeast by the bucket load. It's got a sort of like a slightly toasted sourdough rye bread. That being said, there is a very subtle, like unsweetened orange marmalade sort of character in the background, which just lifts the beer. Very light in body. The beer carbonation it's not ferocious or anything like that, but it is a little, it just dispenses the beer around and it fizzles down nicely. Excuse me. Lovely hoppy bitterness on the back end. Yeah, it's spicy bread, essentially. But somehow refreshing as well, because I don't usually find these styles of beers quote-unquote refreshing. I mean, I don't think they're really supposed to be. We'll chill out in the back, in the orchard or whatever, and have a few. It's sit down, we'll eat our meal, and do it. That sort of beer. And I'd class this as like a cuisine style beer. You could drink it on its own, of course. You could drink any beer on its own. You can drink beer any way you like. I never like hearing people saying, "Oh, you should do it this way, this way, this way." Even though Belgium brewing and the way you drink beers and the way beers are presented, it's all part and part of it. But when it's someone like sat in front of a camera saying, "Oh, well, I think you personally should do this, and if you do it this way, you're wrong," I don't like that attitude. I mean, I should have probably bought myself a nice little. In fact, I'm actually wishing I bought the glass to go along with this, like more of a chalice. But I think this snifter is doing a really good job of it. It's got like slight bubblegum, like vanilla, or almost big red bubblegum aroma now. But yeah, it's one of those beers. Go back to the point that you'd want to pair with like a meal. I could imagine making like a nice coconut curry with this. Would be nice coconut chicken curry. Like a lot of fish dishes, I'd imagine would go well with this. Yeah, it's nice and simple. It's not the most flavoursome or robust beers. I was saying before it's not quote-unquote refreshing, but it's a relaxing beer. It's just a simple one that you're going to chug back because of that. For me personally, you're not going to chug back, I should say, because of that like build-up of that yeastiness on the back end, which the aftertaste, I think, with these beers is something that I really need to get over, if that makes sense, because they do linger, I find. It doesn't matter how high ABV it is, or how hoppy, or how intense it is on the hop, there's always, from that like those Belgian yeast strains, they just linger. I find. Not in like a really unpleasant way, but just like it just lingers for a little bit too long for me. And I liken it to sort of like overbrewed tea, like an overbrewed herbal tea, because this is very herbal as well. It's like it got almost green tea qualities to it. But it's lovely, it's subdued, it's mature. You just kick back, relax, Take your time with it. Don't chill it down too much, or else you're going to completely kill any sort of character that it has. And yeah, is it a beer that I'd go to time and time again? I don't think so. Would I happily have it again? Yes. I mean, the Chimay Blue is an absolutely gorgeous beer. I love that beer, and I need to actually get more of that. I want to get one of those big bottles. But this is just a nice, take one step at a time, enjoy the rest of the day, pair it with some nice food, enjoy the company, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And you can taste the tradition and the quality, which I do believe is very important. But yeah, and also, if you like your wines, there is some sort of like a vinous grape-like character in there, like a white grape almost. Very subtle, but noticeable. So this one of beers, I can completely understand when someone says, this is my favourite beer. And it's like, I completely get that. And I completely respect that. For me personally though, not something that I drink on a regular basis. Every now and then treat myself. But if I was going to go with a Chimay beer, it would be, from my experience with the beers so far, the Blue. Anyway, that's my review of Chimay Dorée. Apologies for the mispronunciation, don't know why I had to do it in an accent then. Yeah, I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. Definitely worth having a go if you haven't tried it. I love the idea of it. I love the idea of the monks just, this is what they would drink, and this is what they would offer to guests and visitors. And I love the fact that they're now brewing it for people to enjoy. And I think that's a really good thing. And when you read into what the Trappist breweries do, yeah, aside from like fixing maybe the roof on the abbey, or if a wing has to be renovated, they'll of course use the profits for that, but they won't actually be making money because it goes back into the community. And I really, really like that. That's like community brewing, like personified. But yeah, 7 out of 10. If you tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. If you tried any of the other Chimay beers, let me know which are some of your favourites. What's some of your favourite Belgian beers? Which one should I try next? Check out the brewery's website. If any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed this one, if I remember to, the links will be included in the description. And more importantly, I hope you'll join me next time for another beer review. So thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you later.